a little cold this morning here in St. Louis, so we got the torpedo heater heating the block and the oil that's in the motor and the oil that's going to go in the motor after the warm-up. Try to get everything a little tuned up when it's this cold out this morning. Big difference from Gainesville last weekend. Okay guys, we're still trying to make a first qualifying session. It's cold, got heat on the car, been up to the staging lanes twice and got turned back around for rain. So I think they're going to give her one more go before we run out of time. Hey guys, not a whole lot of video from St. Louis, being as we didn't make the field. The engine lived when it basically come uncoupled from the rear end. It did see a lot higher RPM than normal, but it wasn't under load and it didn't seem to cause any damage. Disappointing, no doubt about it, but that's racing. We know what happened and we know the fix, and we shouldn't allow it to happen again. Anyways, I'm going to answer a few questions and show you guys some other parts on the car besides the short block stuff that I do, being we didn't tear any of that stuff up this time. So Parker McGuire asked if we use spiral locks or C-clips for retaining pins in the pistons, and the answer is actually neither. We use a button. You can see it there, and so the button goes into the piston, retains the pin, and then it's retained in there. They just float, and they're the same curve as the piston, and it's retained in there by the oil ring. And that's what all the pro teams, nitro teams use. C. Fukumori asked why the injector lines, these ones here, are crossed to make space. And they are to make space, and they're exactly to make space because you see the two spark plugs on either side of them. Here is the valve cover and the spark plug tubes. These protect the spark plugs, don't let any oil and stuff get down. They come down around and they smash into, there's an O-ring here, and they smash against that O-ring and keep everything sealed out away from the spark plug. Well, as you can see how they come down, they actually rub on those lines a little bit if the lines aren't nice and tight close in there. So that's why we cross the injector lines, is just to make space for the spark plug tubes. So Mike McDonald asked if we had like two sets of heads with similar CC volume chambers to run on race day, and two just wouldn't be enough, to be honest, Michael. So you can see in our head cabinet we've got 4 sets and a half, and there's one set on the car. We like to show up to a race with 5 or 6 sets of heads complete, ready to go on the car. A lot of teams have more sets than that. A lot of damage can happen to the cylinder head, so you need quite a few on hand to make it through 4 rounds on Sunday if stuff's getting hurt. Had to get our show car out of the shop today and get ready to load it into the show car trailer. And the only reason we're doing that is to make more room so we can work around this thing. For whatever reason that we would want to work on this thing, we're going to. And then Reverend Telemark asked a couple questions. One, he asked how many races we do in a typical season, and if it's not a COVID year, there's 24 races on the schedule in years past. This year looks like we're going to get in 11, I think that's the number. And next year they release the schedule, and it looks like we're doing 22 races. We're going to start about a month and a half later than normal, which is probably a good thing. And then he also asked what was the bore and stroke of the motors that we run. We run a 4.5 inch stroke, 4.187 bore motor, and that equals 498 cubic inches, somewhere right in there. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the better off we are. But like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. Keep them coming. Hopefully we're going to be heading down to Dallas in a week, and things go a little bit better than they did in St. Louis, and we'll have some more footage. Keep the questions coming. The more questions, the better. And I'll show you guys anything I can. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
What's up, buddy? Got to get the workouts in when you can.
Oh my God. A little over $5,000 worth of exercise equipment walking by.